members of the Pride, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Well, as you can see in front of me, I have another setup. This is basically the Caterium mine is over there. I went ahead, I decided I didn't want to do vehicles, because it really wasn't that far away, and it just kind of, it worked out well that there was a flat area here that I could set up a little area to be able to just load all this in, convert it into ingots, and then from the ingots it turns into quick wire. And right now I just have the quick wire going into this storage here, and it'll just load up there. Eventually it will go over to our primary base here once I get that set up, and I am working on that. Now, you may see on the above little ping map here that I have a beacon that says Crashed Pod 2. This is because in making this whole thingamajiggy here, this whole line, that I came across another one of those crashed pods. And I didn't want to open it while I was off camera, so I decided I would go ahead and I could show you the path that I took getting all this here, while at the same time I can open up the crash pod and we can get out what was most likely a hard drive, and then we kind of go from there. But I figured I would do it. Whoa. I figured I would do this on camera. Alright, so this is the crash site up here. I already picked up the stuff that was scattered around. It wasn't a big deal. It was like just some like regular wire and some minor things here. So press E to open the drop pod. It needed quick wire, oddly enough. So ka-chunk. And let's grab out the thing here. And I kind of have I decided to set up a system of, basically when I have looted a particular pod, I'll put it in little asterisks there. I'll star it. That way I know I've already explored this, and I know not to come back here again. Because I figured, well, I mean, I guess I could mark it just to... so I know to come back to it, or I might need to mark it if, if for example I need to, like I don't have what I need on me, or maybe I don't have the technology or something to open something up, who knows. So I decided to just kind of leave it at that for the moment, and let me switch over to this real quick, because I don't think that I'm going to need any beacons anytime soon. I definitely need to get used to using beacons more. I feel like I have not been utilizing them properly, but maybe hopefully I'll be able to do that a little bit better. Forgive me if I'm a little, I'm acting a little tired. I am. I didn't sleep well last night. This is the first recording of the day, and I'm sleepy. It's about 5:30 in the morning, and I have a lot of recording to do, so it might surprise you to know just how much time and effort goes into every one of these videos that you guys see. Okay, so this is the top area of our factory. Now, I have an idea of what I want to do with this top area of the factory. I want to turn this into our main bus. Now, you might be asking, what's a main bus? Basically, a bus line in electronics or factory work or whatever. Forgive me, I don't know. I'm not a technical kind of person. I'm saying what I have learned from others, so forgive me if I don't know for sure. But what it is basically it's a main strip of conveyor belts that are all packed in together. So like maybe like 15, 20, 25, 30 different conveyors all together. And they're set up so that all of them are running parallel to each other, and it allows you to be able to direct your resources off to your individual plants and assemblers and manufacturers and whatever else, and then rejoin the line again, and that way you can keep your resources constantly flowing into one single source, and you don't have to worry about like, oh no, I need to put this resource to here, and then I need to switch it over to there, and you end up with a bunch of spaghetti. That's kind of what they call it. Is they call that big tangle of this big tangle of stuff that I have down here. They call it spaghetti because it's a big tangle of conveyor belts, and it goes all over the place. And it works. It's fine, but it doesn't look neat. And so in order to neaten it up a bit, they create what's called a main bus. And we are going to be working on our main bus today, because I had actually already had something like that in mind anyway before I had read about it. I've been like reading about things in the not in the comments, in the forums and such. I guess I guess I'll select this milestone. Go ahead and put that in there, and that in there. And I need some more plates, so I better go grab some plates. And I'm also going to be continuing on. Oh, here we go. We'll just. Oh, you know what? Let's do the quick wire. It'll take 22.5 minutes, but what the heck, we'll get that started, and then we'll do the hard drive afterwards. Okay. What was I doing? I was going to get plates. So this will also allow me to be able to create our mall, so to speak, where I can just go to one place and not have to worry about, like, okay, you know, let's go clear across the way in order to get you know, our materials. You know, that gets old pretty fast. Yeah, 3 stacks should be okay. That gets old pretty fast. Just having to hop in between all these different places. So creating our main bus up above should be able to make it so that we can set up our little mall area to collect resources, as well as being able to make all of this this area here get set up so that we can properly feed our assemblers. So let me pop over here. Let me go ahead and get this. Cthulhu. Is that going to do anything? New parts. Player upgraded. How did that upgrade me? I don't know how that upgraded me. Let's see what. Oops. Oh, that's right. I was gonna do the alternate. I was gonna do the alternate screw, wasn't I? And it. Oh, alternate screw only requires 50 iron ingots. Oh, please. Don't make me laugh. I can pull 50 iron ingots like this. Let's just split that, put that back in there, and we'll just have our 50 right there. That'll be easy. Okay, so let me. Can I just put this in right now, or do I have to wait for it? No, I have to wait for it, don't I? Not a problem. In the meantime, let's put this in there, and let's put that in there, and guess I can hold on to the rest of this because my setup, my setup as I currently stand, I want to, let's see, okay, so I need, in order to create the bus, I need to, because I kind of have a plan in mind. You know me and my notes. I kind of have a plan in mind that I want to, there we go. I'm going to create something of, I'm going to be creating a four lane main bus with alternating conveyors. So in order to make that work, no, it's not that. Is it logistics? It's logistics. Okay, so I need rods, concrete, and iron plates. So maybe I need more than that. But it also means that maybe I can just get rid of, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? I know what I should do. Do you know what I should do? Because I know what I should do. I should come over here, and I'm going to put that there, and let's see, this is all my, oh, here we go. Oh, I did have iron plates. I thought I had had some stuff here. This, let me grab that and that. The rest of this stuff can remain where it is, I think. And then over here, we're just going to use this as sort of our equipment dump chest, because we're not going to need like any of this stuff during our build here. We'll probably need cable. We're going to need concrete. We're going to need that to put in there once we're done. Although for now we can put it in there because we can just put it in there. That's fine. We can put that in there, put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Am I going to need screws? Let's see. Power poles. Oh! Power pole 2. Requires quick wire. Can handle up to 6 power line connections. Should I have the second pole, the Mark II power poles up above? It's not a bad idea. It would definitely reduce the amount of poles that I need up there. I'll be able to handle it. You know what? Why not? Why don't we put this? That's not what I wanted to do. But I'm going to stop that. But in order to, yeah, I guess I'll need to stop that. There we go. I guess I'll hold on to that then. I won't need the screws, I suppose, but I am going to need the iron plates and the iron rods and quick wire and cement. So how about if? And what I'm also going to need. Are you back already? Wow. Okay. Well, that was faster than I was expecting. Let me grab that out real quick. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. And rating for resources. There you go. Ka-thunk. And we'll send out that alternate screw recipe, and eventually that will become an important part of our thing. Do I really need? That's just not important. I guess the color gun. I guess so. We'll set this, but honestly, I'm just, again, it's just not one of those. This is not one of those things that I'm particularly worried about. Also to create our main bus, we're there's our thing going. Crank it away, guys. All right, so we're going to need to pull a bunch of steel beams. Those are steel pipes. In order to make our main bus, because our main bus is, of course, going to be. Oh, okay. Well, not this one either. Our main bus is going to. There we go. Our main bus is going to need to be fast and you know, zipping around the whole way very quickly. So we're gonna need to be able to make it's basically we're gonna be doing a lot of work. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm still not awake yet. I'm still trying to wake up here. And boing, wee. All right. So our main bus system. We're going to need to. I guess we can just start from here. So we need some room on the side to be able to come out and down. Let's do a. Oop, that's not what I want. Let's do a little rearranging of stuff down here. How about we put logistics. Okay, so instead of the power poles, let's make this 4, because we're going to need stackables for this, and we're going to want. Okay, so we've already got the conveyor belt Mark III listed here. We're not going to be using the normal conveyor belts. We're going to be using the Mark III conveyor belts. Let's see. Are we going to need splitters for this? Eventually, we're going to need splitters for this. So why don't we put that on 5? And we're not. I don't think we're going to need foundations or anything. Not that I can think of. I think. Yeah, I guess that'll do for now. So let's go ahead and hit 4 here. All right, so we're gonna need space over here. It's gonna. Can it fit there? Yes, it can. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need space for that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and splitter. Okay, then 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. So we're thinking. Looks like middle. It's looking like the start of our bus is going to be the middle there, and then whoops. Is that okay? Yes. Then 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So then we're going to be stacking. And we need to leave the bottom 2 empty. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. I'm not good at this. I'm still working on how this how the thing works out. There, 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 and then there, 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 whoop, there. Come on, there, there, there. Okay, so 1, 2 bottom is empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that would give 8. Man, that is really tall. That's I didn't think about that. That's going to be very tall. 2, 3, 4. That'll be 10. I may need to make my bus wider than this. Because if I go too much taller than this, it's going to start getting really unwieldy. Well, I suppose. Let's see. 1, 2. What if we only had this bottom one underneath? Could I possibly run it under here? I suppose I could leave just the one empty, then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and be 12 per bus. That's still not enough. But what if I did? Then you guys get to see me work out my plan in my head here. And then here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave that open. So 6 by 6 is 36. I'm only using half of the slots, so that's 18. I suppose 18 will do, although really not. It's in order to properly create this bus, it needs to be larger than that. So can I go one more? It'll start getting awkward, but I suppose I can make a walkway along the side of this so that I can kind of build it from above. I can kind of create a walkway over here, have it come up this way, and that way I can just create from there. Let's try it. Worst it happens is that it's too unwieldy, and it just won't work. And then, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 7. It's 8 tall. So it's 8 tall, but I'm only using 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 and 6, 42. That's 21. Still not enough. So we're gonna have to do 1. Looks like we're gonna get to do it this wide, and I don't think I'm gonna go much taller than this. So this is going to be the setup for our primary bus. How are we going to do this? So basically, this is what we're doing. We're basically going to be doing, just to give you an idea of how far out we're talking about. Let me go, back up. Okay, conveyor belt is too long. So it's going to be roughly right there. 4 and boom. Now, that is middle ground, right? Okay, so what we're basically going to be doing, let me snag that. To give you a general idea of what we're setting up here. We're going to be setting up one of these every length of the conveyor belt that we can go. And we're going to be setting it up all around this top floor. And what we're basically the more I look at it, now that I see how large this main bus is going to need to be, we're going to be expanding this this factory floor out a lot more. I had no idea that it was going to be this large, but hey, sometimes when you're going to do when you got to do macro, you got to do macro. And in order to make this work, we got to go macro. So obviously I'm going to need to greatly expand out my foundations. Looks like I'm going to have to go all the way out there, and I'm going to be enveloping that. I may end up having to... Wow, I may have to end up flooring over this entire area with foundations in order to create the factory floor. Yep. Okay, so looks like we're going to be doing foundations all the way out there, all the way as far as we can out that way. Wow, all the way out to our coal plant. Yeah, we're going to have to. All the way out to the coal plant. All the way out through there. And it looks like maybe... Yeah, oh my gosh, we'll have to route around this. But we'll... You know what? We will incorporate the space elevator, but we're gonna have to take this all the way out to that edge, probably out to this little archway right here, and all the way that way. I have a lot of work to do. Uh, Now, obviously, this is going to entail a great deal of repetitive stuff, and I'm basically just going to be building out a lot of this and putting down a lot of foundations and such. But hey, this is kind of part of the the satisfactory experience. This one, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, I am doing this right? Okay, so one, we're gonna, whoop. I just want to do this bottom floor so that I kind of have it in my own head. There, and whoop, there, to there, and there, to there. And then all of these up there will be doing alternate. So let me come over to here and whoop, let's start stacking these up. How tall am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 tall, 7 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll just go through each one of these. Whoop. There. Da, 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 da. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, there. La 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 la. Oh, missing iron rods. As you can see, this is going to take a great deal of resources. Jeez, and I haven't even started this yet. Let me run and gather up, but you know what? I'll do that off camera since I'm kind of running out of time for this episode. I want to at least show you the overall plan here. So, whoops, go from there. Oop. Come on, why am I not? Why? There we go. And there to there, there to there, and then up one, there to there, there. Whoop. Oh my gosh, this one. There. I'm definitely going to need to make a better way to do this. It'll probably be easier if I were to do this from above. So I'm probably going to need to create a walkway system of some sort to there and there to... come on. Why? There we go. Okay, so do you guys kind of see where I'm going with this, where it's going to be? Now, why am I doing it this way? So basically, the plan is, now anywhere along these belts, I can put a splitter. And that allows me to be able to, let's say I have an assembler over here. And you know, that assembler needs iron rods, which happens to be like this one, this particular thing right here. And it needs screws, which happens to be this one right here. What I can do is I can basically grab... Oh, and I just realized why I did my 4. Oh, this isn't going to work. I need 2 separate ones. Oh, it's not going to work. But anyway, my original plan, when I had 4 of these together, with 4 of them, I could either split this way going out this way, or this way going out this way, or if I wanted to, I could like kind of redirect it going downwards. There's a lot of different, but mostly it was plan. The plan was I could go outwards like this. But now that I realize what I've done here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I get to 5, 6, 7, these things are going to start interfering with each other, which is not going to work. Which means, in order for this to work, I need to do 2 buses of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put a spacer here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, even more. Okay, but actually that will work because I just and I'm glad I discovered this now that I'm fiddling with it. So if I put a spacer here, I can still split off this way, come out here, have it go down, and still, you know, split off and run out this way to the assembler. I can still do this. It just I just messed up the execution a bit in my urgency to be able to create an interesting video here. Because my original thought was I'd just do 4x4, but I didn't take into account just how high up it was going to be and how few my open slots was going to be, so I just didn't think that through. But now I have thought it through, and I will go ahead and make these corrections here, go out this way, and start building out the factory floor and start building out the primary bus. So just to give you an idea of where I messed up here, basically I'm going to need to undo and all of this. Here, good old Minecraft physics here. And I suppose if I wanted to utilize Minecraft physics, I could definitely do that. But okay, so basically I'm going to need to leave this open here and create a second bus. That way, when I split off to here, I can split, go down, and then out, and I can go underneath this here. Because any given assembler is only going to need 2 splitters. You know, 2 different like areas. So like screws here and like, you know, or like screws here, rods up here, and I just split them off, go down and into the assembler. So as long as I've got space to work, it shouldn't be a big deal. I should be able to I should be able to make this work. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of materials, and I'm not really expecting this to be a fast project. In fact, if anything, this is going to be a very major project. But that's okay, because I don't think I'm going to show all of this all of this main bus, to you while I'm on, while I'm on the video. I think that would get boring after a while. But I've kind of shown you my primary idea here, and you should kind of get the idea of where I'm going from here. And I will. Let me keep going up. Yeah, that's the right height. And I'll start making my I guess I'll call this my quad bus. I don't know what to call this. My dual quad bus. This is just something I came up with. I've been watching a lot of videos on how to make buses. As far as I know, no one has come up with this particular one. But maybe someone has, but as far as I know, no one else has come up with this. So if someone else has, and I've inadvertently stolen your idea, well, too bad. Welcome to YouTube, where there are, literally, hundreds of thousands of people playing video games, and and sometimes ideas get repeated. Just because I used yours doesn't mean I stole it. But you got the idea. I'm going to be basically running 2 quad buses here, and then our factory floor will be out here, and we can simply run splitters off of each one to power each one. That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea, and I'm very out of time for this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and I'm gonna gather up a bunch more rods and things, and I'm gonna start working on getting this bus together, as well as putting down a bunch more foundations. But I'm going to do the majority of that off camera, because I'm pretty sure you guys aren't going to want to watch several hours of me just putting up foundations and buses and things like that. That's going to get real old real fast. So so that's going to do it for this particular episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. I just did all that backwards. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this particular episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do the liking and the subscribing and the commenting down below. You guys are absolutely the best, and I really, really appreciate every single one of you. You're terrific. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, everyone, always remember that anyone can be a mouse that roars, but it takes someone special to be a lion that squeaks. So embrace your inner lion and squeak on! I really am messing this up so bad. I shouldn't record this early in the morning. I'm like half asleep.